Welcome back to the Wizard's Tower. Today I'm going to be giving my thoughts and opinions on the latest D&D Adventure System board game from WizKids, Waterdeep, Dungeon of the Mad Mage. What I won't be doing today is explaining how to play the game, because I'm going to be doing a full setup and playthrough of the first adventure with Katie for the channel. That should be up next week, so remember to subscribe, and if you enjoy my videos, click the like button. It will really help me to understand what content you want to see, as well as giving the channel a little boost. So, what is the Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage board game? Well, it's a fully cooperative fantasy themed board game for 1 to 5 players, based on the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure of the same name. Players take on the roles of heroes who explore dungeons, battle monsters and collect treasure. It's the 6th in a series of D&D Adventure System board games that started back in 2010 with Castle Ravenloft. Each of these games use the same rules, are semi-compatible with each other, and I'm going to save that particular subject for a separate video. Back to the game at hand, Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage features 13 adventures that can be played as standalone games, or in order using the campaign rules. This campaign mode is far from being tacked on, and is in fact the preferred way to play, as there is an ongoing narrative, rules for levelling up your hero, and instructions on how to increase the challenge between adventures. If you've played the Temple of Elemental Evil or Tomb of Annihilation board games, you'll already be familiar with how the campaign works. But that's not to say there's nothing new here. In fact, Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage adds quite a bit to the game, and yet still manages to maintain the streamlined gameplay. Heroes can now level up to 3rd and 4th level, gaining access to expert powers that will come in really handy while playing through this more challenging game. Elder Rune cards add random banes and boons that can be gained by the heroes, and the weakened condition introduces a new type of wound that cannot easily be healed. Alongside these additions comes the usual plethora of new monsters, encounters, traps, spells and treasure, as well as 5 new heroes to embark on the quest. All of these monsters and heroes come with their own beautifully sculpted miniatures. A lot of people buy these games purely for the miniatures, and who can blame them? You get a lot for your money, whether you're a collector or need miniatures for the tabletop RPG. Check out my unboxing video for close-ups of all the miniatures and my impressions. Side note, I picked up the standard edition with unpainted miniatures because I'm going to be doing a series of painting videos on the channel. But a premium edition with pre-painted miniatures is also available. These are the exact same sculpts as the WizKids line of D&D miniatures for the role-playing game. So there is some serious value for money in these boxes. In addition to all of that plastic, you get hundreds of tokens and cards, 44 interlocking dungeon tiles, 9 hero and villain tiles, a rulebook and adventure book, and a dice. All of these are functional and well presented, and in particular the tiles are beautifully illustrated. The component quality is, overall, a step up from previous Adventure System games, with the punchboards being slightly thicker and coated with a glossy finish that just makes them feel better. There are a couple of mistakes, most notably an incorrect stat on 1 hero tile and 1 villain tile, but it's nothing that will detract from the experience, at least not for me. I was also surprised to find quite a lot of wasted space on the punchboards, space that could have been used to give us more condition tokens, or even unused tokens for custom adventures. But that's a minor grumble, and to be honest, I'm looking for negatives because, as you may have guessed, I really like this game. Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage is a great game, and one I would highly recommend to anyone interested in D&D or cooperative dungeon crawls. I've played through the entire campaign with friends, and can honestly say we had a blast. It's more challenging than previous Adventure System games, has a wonderful variety of monsters, and may even be my favourite in the game series. But if you're still on the fence, fear not. As I mentioned at the start of the video, I'm going to be doing a full playthrough of the first adventure, with setup that should be finished next week. From there I'll continue to upload videos on the D&D hobby, and anything else that takes my fancy. So if you have any ideas for what you'd like to see, leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you want to help the channel grow, subscribe, click that notification bell, share the videos, send me your unborn child. Whatever you can do will be most appreciated. Take care and see you next time.